Hello everyone. So in the previous video we were discussing about the asexual reproduction, and we had a discussion about two types of asexual reproduction, fission and budding. Today we will be discussing about spore formation, fragmentation, regeneration and vegetative propagation. Dear students, just recall that in asexual reproduction the first condition is that this is uniparental. ठीक है, इसमें सिर्फ एक ही पेरेंट का इन्वॉल्वमेंट है, लेकिन उनकी स्ट्रेटेजीज डिफरेंट हैं. You will notice that with the different organisms we are observing that they are opting, even a single fungi may opt different methods of asexual reproduction. This is just because that nature wants to keep them alive. Nature wants their existence in the universe. Why? Because to maintain the ecological balance, the food chain, food web, and the energy flow. Okay, so today we will be discussing about the spore formation. The spore formation is one of the major types of asexual reproduction in fungi. Fungi, a group of decomposers. It has a great importance in the life or in the nature. You all know that there are two types of decomposers. One is the bacteria and another one are the fungi. So here we are discussing how do they grow, what is the method of the growing or reproduce in the fungi. So this is one of the great method of reproduction, that is spore formation under asexual reproduction. So what do they do? They produce spores. बेटा सबसे पहली बात तो यह है कि स्पोर का मतलब हमको समझना है. देखिए स्पोर जो वर्ड है वो क्या उसका मीनिंग है. स्पोर वर्ड इज हैविंग अ मीनिंग ऑफ लाइक ग्रेन्यूल्स. ओके, ग्रेन्यूल्स का मतलब होता है जैसे किसी चीज का कोई दाना हो, दानेदार स्ट्रक्चर जो होती है उसे हम स्पोर कहते हैं. ठीक है, तो ये डिफरेंट एग्जांपल्स ऑफ द फंजाई हैं. दे आर प्रोड्यूसिंग डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ स्पोर्स, may be motile or may be non-motile. वो चलने वाले हो सकते हैं, न चलने वाले हो सकते हैं. दूसरी बात ये भी हो सकती है कुछ स्पोर्स प्रोड्यूस किए जाते हैं फेवरेबल कंडीशंस में और कुछ स्पोर्स प्रोड्यूस किए जाते हैं अनफेवरेबल कंडीशंस में, to sustain, to remain alive in the stressful, in the unfavorable, in the adverse conditions. Okay, so whenever the favorable conditions appear, these spores germinate and give rise the new fungi. एक बात आप ध्यान रखिएगा कि जितने भी तरीके के स्पोर्स मैंने यहाँ पर ड्रॉ किए हुए हैं, आप इन सब का जो फाइनल क्लाइमैक्स जो होगा ऑलमोस्ट वो ये होगा कि एक स्पोर फेवरेबल कंडीशंस में आने पर अपने आप को जर्मिनेट करता है. क्या करता है? जर्मिनेट करता है. और जर्मिनेट करने के बाद इट गिव्स राइज अ पोलन germinating tube, and this is the germinating tube, and this germinating tube will finally give rise the new hypha. You all know about the hypha is a thread-like structure of the fungi. This will grow and this will turn into mycelia or mycelium. So these are the different types of spores. So now we have a look on each type of. Here the first are the zoospores, right? Zoospores. Look, what is the zoospores? Spore mean granule, दानेदार स्ट्रक्चर जिसको हम कहेंगे, and we are using a word here zoo. Okay, you all know what is the meaning of basic word zoo. Zoon means motile, जो चलता है उसे हम zoospore कहते हैं. तो बहुत सारे फंजाई अपने एक स्ट्रक्चर जिसको हम नाम देते हैं zoosporangium. क्या नाम देते हैं? zoosporangium. देखिए इस वर्ड को मैं आपको तोड़ के बताता हूँ. We will try to break this word and we'll get the meaning of that. Angium means to bear. I write it here. Just have a look on the meaning and the breaking of the word. We try to find out the meaning of just a single word that we are calling zoosporangium. What I am saying? Zoosporangium. Here angium means to bear. किसी चीज को रखना. क्या रखना? स्पोर्स को रखना. किसको रखना? स्पोर्स को रखना. एंड zoo means motile. मोटाइल स्पोर्स को अपने अंदर रखना इज कॉल्ड एज zoosporangium, right? So zoosporangium is going to contain the structures which are motile and which can move from one place to another. Of course, you can imagine, अगर ये मूव कर रहे हैं तो इनके पास कोई ना कोई ऐसी स्ट्रक्चर होगी जिसकी वजह से ये मूव करने में कैपेबल होते हैं. और ये भी आप मान सकते हैं कि इस तरह के फंजाई हमें कहाँ मिलेंगे? इन द वाटर मिलेंगे या मॉइस्ट कंडीशंस में मिलेंगे, वेयर दे फाइंड अ मीडिया टू स्विम, So what that structure which is making them capable to swim or to move, of course you all know that is flagella. What is that? Flagella. So this is one type of spore where we find motile spores. Spores are moving in the zoospore form and they are being produced in the zoosporangium. So dear, we move on to the next type that we call spores. What we call them? Spores. Right after the zoospores, we are coming to the non-motile spores. कैसे spores हैं? Non-motile spores हैं, चलते नहीं हैं because they do not have flagella, right? So spores, you may use another name for them, endospores. What? Endospores. आप इनके लिए एक अलग नाम भी इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं, endospores. Okay, you may call them sporangiospores. What you may call them? Sporangiospore. अब आप थोड़ा सा ध्यान करिए, जिसमें zoospore थे उसको नाम दिया zoosporangium. zoospore जिसमें लगे zoosporangium. अच्छा, तो फिर स्पोर जिसमें लगे उसको मैंने क्या नाम दिया? sporangium. What I'm calling them? Sporangium. Angium, the structure which is bearing angium to bear what? Spores. Only spores. They are non-motile, right? And the structure which bears what? Sporangium. That is called sporangiophore. Phore means to have it. क्या? Sporangium. Remember, sporangium, mycelium, flagellum. These are the plural and singulars of the term. Okay, so if I am calling sporangium, that means now for the two I will call them sporangia, right? So these are the another type of spores which are produced in some of the fungi to produce the new generations. After that we come to the another type, that is chlamydospores. What do we call them? Chlamydospores. ये बहुत विशेष किस्म के स्पोर्स होते हैं बेटा. ये इस हाइफा के अंदर ही बनते हैं, within the hypha. और इनकी एक और खास बात है कि ये अनफेवरेबल कंडीशंस को फेस करने के लिए बनाए जाते हैं. To withstand with the unfavorable conditions, they keep inside the reserve food material. What do they contain? Reserve food material. What is the meaning of this and why are they keeping this inside? Reserve food material, ऐसा food material जो उन्हें unfavorable conditions को face करने के लिए capable बनाएगा. जैसे ही favorable conditions आएंगे, ये chlamydospores germinate होंगे और एक new fungus को produce करेंगे. Okay बेटा, so till now we have studied about the zoospores within the zoosporangium, spores within the sporangium, then the chlamydospores which are being formed on the hypha within. Then after we move on to another two types, that is oidea and conidia. So look, what is a difference between these two? They are formed by the break off, कटने से बनते हैं, है ना? And they are formed by the constriction. होता है इसके अंदर. मान के चलो ये एक ब्रांच होती तो इसमें यहाँ पर constrictions होते हैं. Constrictions produce होते हैं like this one. These are the constrictions that will give rise to the new conidia. And you can see sporangiophore. Here I am writing conidiophore. So they are the bearing structures जो bear करते हैं इस चीज को, structure को bear करते हैं. So these are the different types of spore formation in the different fungi in the different conditions, whether they are favorable or unfavorable conditions. ठीक है बेटा, तो अभी तक हमने किस चीज को पढ़ लिया? हमने पढ़ा फिजन के बारे में पढ़ा. फिजन में भी हमने बाइनरी फिजन को पढ़ा, मल्टीपल फिजन को पढ़ा. उसके बाद हमने बडिंग को पढ़ा. बडिंग में भी हमने एक्सोजीनस पढ़ा, हमने एंडोजीनस पढ़ा. Then after we are moving on to the spore formation, right? This is the major type of asexual reproduction in fungi. Okay dear, so I give you a time, you can have a snapshot of it and then you enlarge it and try to learn it, try to draw it. Okay, then after we will be moving on to the another type of asexual reproduction, that is fragmentation. What I'm saying, fragmentation. This is the another type. Always remember, these are the types given by the nature to the simple organisms. Can you imagine in our body? क्या हमारे शरीर में हम इस बात को इमेजिन कर सकते हैं कि हमारे पास ऐसा हो जाए? कितना अच्छा होता, हाँ, मैं और 2-3 टीचर बना लेता अपने जैसे, पर ऐसा पॉसिबल नहीं है. तो ऑर्गेनिजम्स को अलग अलग कैपेसिटीज दी है नेचर में, राइट? सो वी विल बी टॉकिंग अबाउट द अनदर टाइप ऑफ asexual reproduction, that is called fragmentation. What I'm saying, fragmentation, beta. Fragment is a biology word, right? But if I want to take that in English, or I want to simplify that, it will be a simple word called segment. What I should speak? सेगमेंट, हाँ, टुकड़ा, पीस इसको हम बोलते हैं. ठीक है, तो देखिए नेचर ने कुछ ऑर्गेनिजम्स लाइक स्पाइरोगायरा, very simple organism which has a very simple body design. What will happen? Fragmentation means pieces, टुकड़े हो जाना. If this breaks into these number of pieces, like 5 pieces, 5 segments, 5 fragments, where it is occurring? In Spirogyra. We are observing that in Spirogyra. If it turns into the 5 pieces, each piece will give rise to the new individual Spirogyra. So this is a very simple mode of asexual reproduction that occurs in the simple algae or blue-green algae, you can say, right? So this was the another type that we call fragmentation. Another type that we move on is fragmentation. अगर मैं गलत नहीं हूं ना बेटा, तो तुम्हें याद होगा थोड़ा क्लास 10th में भी हमने इन चीजों का जिक्र किया था. अभी थोड़ा सा लेवल रेज हो गया है तो हम इसको डिस्कस कर रहे हैं. सो नेक्स्ट टाइप इज रीजनरेशन. Regeneration is another type of asexual reproduction. Here you can see that regenerate, again, generate, banana. Look, in fact, this term is used in 2 ways. Basically, regeneration is the capacity, it is a capacity to regain the lost body parts that we see in the tail of the lizard. That is a regeneration. But look at the difference here. If a lizard loses its tail, lizard can regenerate the tail, but the tail cannot regenerate the lizard. Hence, this is not a type of reproduction in case of lizard. Correct? ये lizard में reproduction के केस नहीं होगा, वहां ये regeneration होगा. But in some of the organisms, the capacity of regeneration is so high that each part regenerate the complete individual. पूरा individual regenerate हो जाता है. इतनी high capacity of regeneration उनके अंदर होती है. Like we talk about a very famous example, that is planaria. इसके बारे में बात करेंगे हम, प्लेनेरिया के बारे में बात करेंगे. ठीक है ना? तो प्लेनेरिया जो होता है उसमें ये उसका बॉडी डिजाइन है. अगर इस ऑर्गेनिज्म की बॉडी के अंदर एनी हाउ इन केस ऑफ एक्सीडेंट, और इट में कट ऑफ इट इटसेल्फ, खुद भी कट सकता है. ठीक है? सो दिस इज द 1 2 3. नाउ व्हाट विल हैपन? दिस one piece can regenerate the complete lower part. This second part can regenerate the upper one and the lower one. And this lower part can regenerate the complete upper part. So hence we will get the 3 planaria from the one. The pieces can be number of, okay. So this is almost similar to the fragmentation, but if you want to differentiate, you can say that it occurs in animals and that occurs in plants, okay, or the lower plants. So this was the another type of asexual reproduction that we are calling regeneration. Now we move on to a very important type of asexual reproduction that we call vegetative reproduction. Dear children, I give you some examples where you will find that this is a major type of reproduction under asexual reproduction to produce many commercial crops जिनसे बहुत पैसा आता है, जो हमारी आम जिंदगी की आवश्यकताएं हैं। ठीक है, मैं एक सिंपल सा एग्जांपल आपके सामने प्लेस करूंगा जिसमें आपको महसूस होगा कि इसका रोल क्या है ना। देखिए, हम जानते हैं एक चीज को, ये सपोज दिस इज पोटैटो, एक आलू है। अगर आप नोटिस करें आलू को 2-4 दिन नहीं आप पकाएं और वो डलिया में रखा रह जाए, then you will see that there is production of structures like this. And if you ask to your parents what are these, they will call them that ये आंखें हैं, आलू की आंखें हैं, eyes of the potato. And surprisingly बायोलॉजी के अंदर भी इनका नाम हमने आई बर्ड्स ही रखा हुआ है। क्या रखा हुआ है? आई बर्ड्स रखा हुआ है, आई बर्ड्स रखा हुआ है। तो देखिए, अगर आप इसमें एक काम करके देखें कि आप इसके पीस करें इस तरह से, इफ वी कट दिस पोटैटो in such a way that each piece is getting a bud within, and if you transfer this into the soil, if you transfer this piece into the soil, surprisingly this piece will give rise in future new potatoes, new number of potatoes. So what did you do? We took a part of the plant and this plant gives rise to the new individual. ठीक है, ये जो पार्ट आपने प्लांट का लिया है ये पूरे प्लांट को प्रोड्यूस कर देता है। ठीक है, इसी तरह से हमारे सामने बहुत सारे एग्जांपल्स हमारे पास आ सकते हैं। जैसे कि आप देख सकते हैं, आपको शुगर केन के अंदर एग्जांपल देखने को मिल सकता है, वेयर वी हैव स्ट्रक्चर्स लाइक दिस। डू यू नो अबाउट देम? सो एट द नोड्स, if you cut this piece and put that into the soil, it will give rise a new individual, नए इंडिविजुअल को प्रोड्यूस कर देगा। ठीक है ना? तो आप ये चीज नोटिस करें कि हमने इसमें प्लांट के किसी भी सेक्सुअल पार्ट को इन्वॉल्व नहीं किया है। सो वेजिटेटिव रिप्रोडक्शन इज अ टाइप ऑफ रिप्रोडक्शन वेयर any part of the plant like leaf, like stem, like root, or any kind of bud, asexual bud, gives rise to the new plant. Here we do not talk about seed, we do not talk about flower, we do not talk about the fruit, because fruit and seed and flower, they are the sexual reproductive structures. What I'm saying, sexual reproductive structures. Other these, any part, suppose leaf, stem, root, any kind of structure which gives rise to a new individual, that part is called as vegetative propagule, and that type of reproduction is called as vegetative propagation. बेटा, हजारों तरह के स्ट्रक्चर्स होती हैं प्लांट्स के अंदर और हजारों तरह के एग्जाम्पल हमारे पास हैं जिनको हम याद कर सकते हैं, लेकिन हमारी अपनी एक लिमिट है और हम उसको फॉलो करेंगे। सो वी हैव अ लुक ऑन सर्टेन स्ट्रक्चर्स व्हिच आर फाउंड इन नेचर फॉर द प्रोडक्शन ऑफ सर्टेन प्लांट्स, लाइक यू मे राइट देम लाइक bulbils, then bulbs, then rhizome, then corms, right? These are certain structures which are found in different plants. Like this is found in agave. This is a plant. Bulbs can be observed in the onion and garlic. Rhizome is found in the ginger. Rhizome can be seen in the ginger, and there are number of structures. You go through with the NCERT, you may find, ठीक है ना, आपको मिल जाएंगे वो सारे के सारे. I have given you already the material, so you just find out the different structures which are formed in different plants to produce the new individual plants. In fact, vegetative reproduction is a type of reproduction where structures of the plant like root, stem, leaf, in fact other than seed, fruit and flower are used to produce the new ones. Now this can be of two types. Vegetative propagation on the basis of the production can be of two types, whether it can be natural or it can be artificial. The examples I placed just before this, they all were belonging from natural. नेचर खुद उनका इस्तेमाल करती है, ये वो नेचर में बनते ही ऐसे हैं, उनका प्रोडक्शन ही ऐसे किया जाता है, ठीक है. आर्टिफिशियल, वेयर द ह्यूमन एफर्ट्स आर इन्वॉल्व, where the man-made activities are involved. Artificial can be cutting, grafting, layering, and tissue culture. Okay, so there can be number of types of the artificial vegetative propagation. We don't have in our syllabus much description about all these, but we have to discuss about the tissue culture, because this is the topic which is used in a number of places in your chapters. So we discuss about the tissue culture. What I am saying, tissue culture. This tissue culture is also known as micro propagation. What we call it? Micro propagation. Tissue culture is also known as micro propagation. Micro means छोटा छोटा, small. Propagation production, किसी चीज को आगे बढ़ाना, ठीक है. Tissue culture or micro propagation, very useful technique. The technique which is used to produce number of plants within a very short time. The technique which is used to produce the virus-free or disease-free plants. The technique which is used to produce plants which have lost the capacity of sexual reproduction, which have lost the capacity to produce seeds, which have lost the capacity to produce viable seeds, or producing the very less number of seeds. So this is a very quality. The species which are in endangered conditions can be saved by this method called tissue culture or micro propagation. What we do in that, just have a look. What do we do? The plant to which this process we want to go for, we will take, suppose this is a plant, we will take a tip of this plant, we will cut it, and this tip will be called as explant. Now this tip is called as explant. We generally prefer the tip of the plant as it has two qualities. One, it has meristematic tissues. Another one, it has auxins. Also, it is disease-free. Why disease-free? Due to the presence of meristematic tissues. They are continuously dividing. Hence, the cells remain safe for a certain period of time. Now, after that, what we will do, we will transfer this explant or the piece that you have taken out into an artificial nutritive medium, or that we call culture medium. Okay, what do we call it? Culture medium. We will transfer that into the culture medium. This culture medium will contain all kind of nutrient materials which allow the growth of the plant. So you transfer it, that is the explant. In the later on stage, what will happen? This plant will turn into mass of cells which are almost undifferentiated. They are not differentiated. You call it callus. What do you call it? Callus, right? It's the mass of cells. Then after this, move on to the differentiation. This callus will move on to the differentiation, and it turn into a very small embryoid, a little differentiated structure that we call embryoid. What we call it? Embryoid. Further, this embryoid will turn into small plantlet. And this small plantlet that we have got after the practice of the tissue culture, now we will transfer it onto the nursery beds. नर्सरी बेड्स का मतलब होता है मिट्टी के बने हुए छोटे छोटे प्लेटफॉर्म्स जहां पर हम इनको बड़ा करते हैं. यू मे थिंक सर आपने एक प्लांट से एक ही तो बनाया. बेटा, दिस इज अ वे ऑफ जस्ट एक्सप्रेशन और to explain you. In fact, this explant can be divided into 50, 100 or many more pieces, and each one will give rise to a new plant. Okay, so in this lecture of today, we discussed about fragmentation, regeneration, spore formation, vegetative propagation. Where in vegetative propagation we had 3-4 examples. You just go through with your book, okay? Then further, if you want to ask, you can ask me, but you just try to find out what can be the different structures and different plants which are using the vegetative propagation method to produce the new individuals, right? And then after, we are having this artificial system, very great discovery of the scientist, and which is highly useful to produce disease-free plants, number of plants, so seed-free plants. Look how beautiful the phenomena where you find any watermelon without seeds to eat, and mango without seed to eat. Very interesting phenomena it can be. So this is about the tissue culture. Okay dear, so this is all for today. You just practice at home, remain at home, and be safe. Thank you.